Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we are continuing up with our sort of, well, seemingly final coverage of the legendary Goku event here. At least in terms of like doing videos on it, you know, for every new unit and stuff like that. So today we're going to do it with the physical team. We're going to use, just using mono physical to beat this. This is... actually, I don't think really going to be that tough. With LR17 and Golden Frieza and, you know, this sort of like Universal Survival Saga build here, we're able to beat it pretty easily. A lot of these 6th anniversary characters are just insanely OP, and that's sort of what we're doing right here. Physical UI Goku, who we just saw, I mean, he's stacking, he dodges, which is good, you know, in the most difficult portion, because, okay, in UI Goku, the most difficult portion of this event is going to be the easiest part of the event, basically, for this team, right? By the time we get to in UI Goku, it will, like, not be possible for us to die, pretty much, right? Because, like, Roshi can revive for us in case, you know, things go super wrong. And we have a number of characters who either stack or build up, right? Now, I did dust off Bergamo, everyone's favorite. I've seen a lot of requests for me to do a level 10 Link video for Bergamo, so I will, but understand right now he's not very Link leveled up. So just quickly, because this one is a bit longer, I think, than the others, I have prioritized lately characters I'm getting to Link level 10 is characters that are very likely to EZA in the future. Those are sort of the characters I've prioritized within the last month or so, because, like, I hate, like, just relying on like the private server or anything like that to do videos on a lot of these units. So I like to have, you know, the next sub easy I think that's coming up is Physical Sin Shenron. I have Physical Sin Shenron full level 10 links right now, so that when they announce his EZA drops, and then I can do the full level 10 link coverage of him, you know, in like Super Battle Road stages, the level 10 links video, like right away, right? I want to be ready going into these celebrations, because there's nothing worse than like they, you know, oh, surprise, this character is getting his EZA, and then it's, you can't always just go, oh, well, I'll just get him link level 10 done before that, because, you know, it could take a week, even grinding hours and hours and hours per day to get a character to full link level 10s, right? So Bergamo is definitely on my list to work on soon after I sort of finish up a number of the characters I'm working on right now, right? And then obviously when like we just got a massive batch of units, right? The Goten and Gohan, the Trunks and Goten, the 2 Dokkan Fests, then of course a bunch of EZA characters like Grandpa Gohan and Pan, Kid Trunks Great Saiyaman. Like, obviously I wasn't really expecting them to EZA quite so soon, considering this is the second time in April we had units EZA, you know, basically from the same EZA area. It's just very uncommon. Now Bergamo, right? Bergamo is going to be very effective here, we have to keep him on rotation to maximize his effectiveness, because the thing about Bergamo is that he does raise, I believe, both his attack and defense on super attack for 9 turns is what he does, right? So, you know, a 9-turn super attack, or a 9-turn basically attack and defensive buff is actually very powerful. But in order to really maintain it well with all the stacks, you know, for the 9 turns, we of course do want to rock Bergamo on rotation, right? Oh no, he only raises defense on super attack for 9 turns. Okay, 30% defense for 9 turns on his super. And then he gets 30% attack and defense with every attack received, up to a max of 300%. So as much as possible, I'm just trying to keep Bergamo in harm's way, right? Basically, we just want to be fully ready and set up to go by the time we get to STR UI Goku. STR UI Goku, of course, is our biggest sort of disadvantage that we are going to encounter, right? But again, like, Tech has an issue in that fighting in UI Goku, you cannot dodge him. In UI Goku cancels dodging, which definitely makes it much trickier for Tech, right? But physical here, you know, because by far and away the 2 hardest phases are the 2 UI Goku phases, STR UI Goku and the Int UI Goku. So this is definitely one of the harder runs right here. But when we have type disadvantage, you know, UI Goku, Roshi, these characters we have, Angel Frieza is another character that can dodge. We have a bunch of characters that can dodge. They are going to be able to dodge for against SCR UI Goku, which certainly will help us out, right? Now, Roshi does not do any stacking or anything like that. He actually does have his active skill, which I believe he needs to get hit 7 times for. But obviously, like, my main priority is, like, keeping Bergamo built up, and then Angel Golden Frieza stacks defense. So I want the 2 of them to continually stack. Then, like, the 2 17 and Golden Friezas. Now, again, I'm not the biggest fan of this unit. Like, if this unit came out a full year ago, they're fine, right? But they're just, I think they're a little too toned down. 17 and Golden Frieza are way too balanced. Like, I would argue directly, probably, that, like, the GT, Dokkan Fest, Super Saiyan, Goku, and Vegeta are probably just head and shoulders better, I think. I don't know, like, 17 and Golden Frieza, in a certain situation, you can get lucky and their defense can be really good, right? But I don't know, like, the design of the unit is quirky. It's just, they have a weird link set. They're like an LR Gohan and Goten unit with a weird link set. Now you could say, oh, well, LR Gohan and Goten have a weird link set too. And it's like, well, not really. The problem with Gohan and Goten's link set is that they don't have any key links, basically, right? But they're filled to the brim with attack links. You know, Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. What is it? They have, is it Blazing Battle or whatever it is? Like, those are all the links they have, just massive amounts of attack. 17 and Golden Frieza, they have an actual quirky link set, right? Which makes it very difficult to maximize them. Both of the 6th anniversary Legendary Summon LRs are going to be a lot better in the future when you're able to run MVP 17 Easy Aid with, you know, the LR Team Universe 7 and the LR Golden Frieza and 17. I mean, obviously, they're still really good, right? Like, there's a reason why in a lot of these no-item mono attempts I've done, you know, the 6th anniversary units are all over all of these teams, right? In LR Evolution Blue Vegeta and Team Universe 7, AGL UI Goku, now LR Golden Frieza and 17, I'm using all of these characters, right? And again, there's a reason for that. Now, 17 and Golden Frieza, I do need to point out with them, right? That they do build up very similarly to LR, Gohan, and Goten, right? So the way 17 and Golden Frieza work is that they get 7% attack and defense up to a max of 70% with every attack performed, and they get 1 key up to a max of 7 with every attack performed. So we would like to get them 10 attacks before we get to SCR UI Goku, but I was still continuing to use them mostly as a floater throughout this run, right? Now, they, unfortunately, are also the unit that first started this, like, bullshit active skill condition that just, like, sucks, which is that they have to super attack 4 times to be able to use their active skill. Now, the one thing is that the first 2 units who had this 17 and Golden Frieza, and then in Broly, it's a really shitty, like, condition, but once you get the active skill off, it's a ridiculously powerful effect. Now, 17 and Golden Frieza, their active skill is a huge, like sort of strategy I have to try and take down STR UI Goku. Because Golden Frieza and 17, what happens when you use their active skill is that they give themselves 7 key, 77% defense for the turn, which is huge because it's an active skill defensive buff, right? And then they also do guaranteed crits for the turn, which obviously we need badly to chip away at STR UI Goku's health and, you know, try and finish him off fast. I should point out Casserole right here is here strictly because he is a defensive stacker. We're not using him to his full potential because we don't have any of the Universe 11 units on the team. I mean, maybe if because this is Casserole / Pride Troopers, I guess maybe if I also brought SSR Casserole, sure, but there was no reason to do that with some of the units we were capable of running, right? Like UI Goku and stuff like that. Don't forget that physical UI Goku is also a support type unit for the entire team for Universal Survival Saga. Now, 17 and Golden Frieza, again, one thing about them is that every single attack they do actually build up damage reduction, right? So for the turn. So every attack they do in that same turn, they get a 7% crit chance and 7% damage reduction. So very important once we get to SCR UI Goku, as much as possible, we need them to do 4 attacks, right? So that way, with their 4 attacks, they'll have 28% damage reduction along with their high defense once they've sort of, you know, fully built up their attacks and stuff like that. Again, it's very sort of scary once we get to STR UI Goku, because it's like he's just tough. And again, we're moving through this event pretty fast, right? Like I just did like focusing on the tech run as well, and it's like you have to play that very slow, because once you get to UI Goku, he's just super attacking for all of your health in one hit, right? So you have to play it very, very slow and cautiously to make sure that you have enough health, or enough stacked up defense to have enough health to survive in UI Goku super attacks. Now right here, I chose to put 17 Golden Frieza at the start of rotation. 1, to get this Dokkan attack to make sure we have full health going into STR UI Goku. And 2, I do absolutely want to make sure that we will have our full passive built up for 17 and Golden Frieza, right? Because again, they do have to do 10 attacks to get their full attack and defense, and I need every single point of defense I can possibly muster by the time we get to STR UI Goku in order to be able to really take him down, right? Because STR UI Goku is not a joke, dude. He is really, really powerful. See, like, this was a good turn. That was all 4 attacks, right? Because I believe they have a great chance. So that would be a 70% chance to do 2 additional attacks. Yeah, it's great chance, 70% to do 2 additional normals. Off the top of my head, I don't remember if each additional normal is a separate chance. I think it is. I think, so it's like they do your 1 attack, then I think it's a 70% chance to do each of the next 2. So I think they could only attack once, I think. But again, I haven't used this unit very much since the anniversary, because again, they're highly limited with their categories and stuff like that, right? Like, yeah, Reps Universe 7, Universal Travel Saga are major teams. I guess I could run them on Battle of Wits, but it's like they're such a quirky unit. It's like, I don't know. You want to know what I think my idea would be to make this unit better? Check this out. What if they were a Rainbow Orb Changer? What if they gave Ki to the whole rotation? Do you guys think that would be good? You know? All right, so I feel like we sort of talked about all the units, right? Again, keeping Bergamo on rotation. He's fully built up now. You know, he's been able to get his full 9-turn defensive stack from his super attacks as well. So Bergamo could definitely eat a super attack from STR UI Goku, which again is going to be very, very crucial to us being able to do this. All right, so I guess I should address sort of the elephant in the room. 13 minutes in, I'm not using Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Again, without a guaranteed like way for them to have rainbow orbs, there's no way, right? If I could see, I probably wouldn't even do GT Super Saiyan Dokkan Fest Goku for this run either, because he needs GT units with him for his defense to be really competitive. So he wouldn't even be a consideration, even if he was on like the Battle of Wits category team and like I could run him with 17 and Golden Frieza, right? Okay, so here we go. So we got our active skill. Instantly, we have got to pop this. Now this is good. Again, this gives them 77% defense for the turn, which is a huge, monstrous buff. Because remember, it's an active skill buff, so it's like more than 77%, like a typical 77% that you'd see from like a passive or something like that, right? They're giving themselves a bunch of keys, so it'll be easy to get like a 24 key super attack. And then finally, they're doing guaranteed crits for the turn. So they're well above 300k defense, which is good. That should allow us to work out rather well. What link is that they have with Roshi that's giving them defense? Oh, is that Brainiacs? It's Brainiacs. Okay. They have Brainiacs, which is 15% attack and defense. Okay, that makes sense. So now at this point, we just have to pray that we don't get super attacked. If Roshi gets super attacked, I think that's probably an instant loss. Again, UI Goku can dodge. We need UI Goku to not super attack right here, because like their defense is super high, but now they're also building up damage reduction. See, dude, that attack stat, 5.2 million. Like, it's just like, how often do like Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta, GT Goku and Vegeta get above that? Now, for sure, this whole like, if we are being completely fair to them, you know, they're doing all these attacks, they're all guaranteed crits in this turn. So it's like the damage they're outputting is like way above these attack stats. But like, I feel like you guys understand my point, right? Like, this is a summonable LR from 3 months ago. and I honestly feel like these Dokkan Fest TURs that just came out are better. Like that, the top legendary summon banner is such a skip. Honestly, you could look at the last 2 years. Top legendary summon banner has been very bad. LR Rose is, so that's unfortunate we got hit right there. But that actually allowed us to transform with Bergamo, dude. I believe it says a rare chance when HP is under 80%. So I honestly, this is like the first time I've ever used Bergamo's Giant Form or something like that. Like the first or second time, dude. I've like never seen this before. Because like, I guess I really have not used Bergamo that much, but it's so goofy. Here we are using Giant Bergamo. Great damage, 95k, beautiful. I love, yeah, this normal did more damage. We need crits, or Bergamo obviously is not doing jack shit. So you notice I'm avoiding the physical orbs right there. So Bergamo like is hitting like, saying he's hitting like a feather is like not accurate. He's like what's below feather level? He's hitting at like a cookie crumb level right here. Like what are we gonna say? So I don't know. I'm not really. It's like it's fine. It allows us to do a little bit of extra damage to UI Goku, but not really that significant. This really just served to waste our time more than anything. But it did allow me to set up some physical type orbs so we could heal. That's sort of the main thing there, and that's why I was saving. Because look at this. I was able to just chip away at all the orbs. Honestly, I guess you could say that actually did really help us, Bergamo's transformation, because I was able to get a huge chunk of physical type orbs to then massively heal. So Bergamo did almost no damage, but the 2 turns of stalling allowed me to set up all those physical orbs. So obviously the intention with giant forms when they created it, Akatsuki, was not to use it as a method to stall so you could heal from same type orbs. But that's how I utilized it, right? So that allowed us to get, again, a massive amount of healing. My plan with Frieza, by the way, is to transform with him once we get to UI Goku and then just go all damage. If need be, though, remember that transformed Angel Golden Frieza does have damage reduction when you're under 50% HP. So, like, if things got critical and we're under 50%, I could transform with him, and then a super attack is going to do double digits. You know, with his 500k plus defense and then also having damage reduction, Goku has no chance of hurting Frieza. So I do have that as sort of a trump card in case I need it. Again, here's another scary turn right here, dude, because if Roshi gets supered, it's over. Now, again, Roshi does have a chance of dodging. Roshi, by the way, does have an active skill attack as well. That I do think we will. I think we get it in this. But again, he has to get hit, what is it, 7 times? And then it's a pretty good active skill because it does give the entire rotation, I think, 7D, which again is pretty powerful, along with everything else that he's doing. So, all right, yeah, Blue Cow can Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta. You know, as good as they are, they would just, they wouldn't be great here. Unless they're double supering, I just am not comfortable with their defense. They're not good for this type of challenge run. Again, Casserole is a better option on this team for this type of run than Blue Goku and Vegeta. It's like, yeah, they're a good LR, but, you know, they're a quirky design. You know, nothing we can do about it. All right, so if they connect with all these hits, we're in business. And, like, Goku is not dodging. This is the one unit I needed to attack. We got the 4th attack for the extra damage reduction as well, but UI Goku didn't. So, like, UI Goku's just, like, not super attacking at all. Okay. This is, it only took me 1 attempt with this team, and we could see, well, okay, this is scary. 20k, and then he dodges right there. Whew, boy, that's scary right there. Oh, my goodness. All right, so looking at physical units who potentially could help get this done, obviously the main one people are probably going to wonder about is, like, LR Boo Tanks. So, like, you could definitely build a team around LR Boo Tanks to get it done. I don't know about a double LR Boo Tanks team, though. No, would not work. No way. Because you could use Boo Tanks, like Physical Fat Boo, Omega. I have 3 different extreme physical Boo Tanks, by the way. The TUR, the LR, and then, of course, there's the TUR that's going to get an EZA at some point. That physical Boo Tanks, he's actually a unit that could be up for a sub-EZA sometime soon as well. It's hard to say for sure. His probably will be a little ways off, though, because even though he awakens with the Int Buhan medals, I mean, I guess it's hard to say. Remember, he got his Dokkan Awakening when FCR Ultimate Gohan came out. So it's hard to predict exactly when he's going to get his sub EZA, but he, you know, likely will at some point. Mira, I guess, would work good, but it's like the 2 LR Bootankses and Mira is basically all I would have, right? And that's just not good enough. Now that we're against Int UI Goku, I transform Golden Frieza just for the extra damage. At this point, we don't need to worry about stacking, defense, none of that. And we're just blowing Goku's back out of here, like just obliterating him, right? There's no reason to worry about anything. There's nothing Goku can do realistically to finish us off at this point. And again, remember, we can we get the revival? Wait, what is Roshi's revival mechanic actually? I think we can get it. So for Roshi to revive, maybe we can't, because I was sitting here during this whole run thinking, well, I'll be okay because I could do the revive. In order to do the revival, there seems to be another Turtle School category ally attacking in the same turn. Okay. 2 other Turtle School category allies. Actually, we can't. No, because we only have UI Goku as a Turtle School unit. I just realized that. Yeah, UI... Okay. I that's fine. Wow, it took me a little while to realize that, but yeah, we would not be able to get Master Roshi's revival skill because we need 2 Turtle School units. We only have 1 who's physical UI Goku. I mean, it's not a big deal, but you know, I guess that's something to keep in mind. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, LR Bootanks. Like, running him as a lead is not going to work, so we'd have to find some other team with him to be a part of in order to actually, like, sort of get it done, right? Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, as good as he is, you know, his EZA, he would wear off by the time... This is the most crucial section of the fight, and he would have worn down by the time we got to this point. Honestly, Physical Vegito Blue is good enough, but you can't put him in slot 1, right? You have to make sure he's super attacking first, and if he got 3 or 4 super attacks... He could probably tank even a super attack from SCR UI Goku, but, you know, again, a lot of RNG. Dokkan Fest Beerus probably is a good option. That could work. As long as you know, get his active skill during this section. Like, he should actually be fairly capable. Physical Kale is good, but I don't know that she's a good idea because, again, her passive will run out, and then you will need the physical orbs for her damage reduction to kick in, right? So, like, that's definitely not going to be very good. Fat Boo and Bobbity, like, are a good unit, but they're definitely not a character that we would want to be rocking in, you know, for this type of challenge run. Dokkan Fest Piccolo definitely would be great here, because remember, Piccolo could give us the scouter effect so we could see where enemy super attacks are, and then of course he is also stacking and stuff as well. But the only issue is again, just sort of like finding a proper team build. The physical Gallic Gun Vegeta, the guy who just recently got his EZA and Global, he would be fantastic in here as well. MVP 17, I don't really like as an option. He would be great if you were under 70% HP, but if you go into a turn above 70% HP, SCR UI Goku can kill you instantly by attacking 17. So, like, he wasn't really a great option for this. Dragon Ball Z Broly potentially could be an option. His EZA, he does build up rather slow though, so you would need to get in a lot of attacks for him to have been built up enough. Deborah would work. I think physical Fat Boo, if you've got a lot of other healing Boo units, could potentially work, but you need some luck. Transforming Vegeta, if you get all of his attacks before he turns blue, he probably is good enough to do this, actually. And then, of course, his SSR just continues to stack defense the whole time. He never runs out of that, so that's good. Who else? There's the physical Blue Goku is another good option, the one from Resurrection F, that creates physical type orbs. He is a great option for a challenge run like this, right? Creating all those physical orbs. You'd be able to heal massively with those orbs, which, of course, could be very, very good. Mira potentially is an option. The only thing about Mira I hate that they did is that they made Mira's got value because he stacks defense, right? So it's like, okay, But the problem with that is that he's stacking his defense, but then once you transform, he no longer has that defensive stacking. So that's something that you're going to have to sort of worry about, is you have got to make sure you're high health, right? Like the entire fight going up to SCR UI Goku, because I believe Mira transforms when its HP is under 60%. I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult to maintain that level of HP going up to it, so that's not really so bad. And that basically covers, I think, a lot of the major players that could help you out in here. Yeah, I'm not, because, like, people would say, like, oh, what about Chow Man? He's so great. And it's like, nah, I actually don't think Chow Man would help here. I you know, call it a hunch. Call it my 6th or even my 7th sense. But I don't believe Chow Man would be too effective in this event, right? So let me know what you guys think of the physical mono run. So at this point, the only run we have left to do is tech. And again, tech is really hard because you can't rely upon like dodging or anything like that. Because Int UI Goku, of course, does sort of cancel out dodging. So like that makes a unit like Candy Vegito not as effective as they could be. You know, Tech Khalifa not as effective as she could be as well. Tech also, I was actually like comparing it to like, I don't know, like physical and STR and Int. Tech feels weaker. Like Tech may actually be the weakest like color right now. I mean, a huge reason for that, of course, would be Extreme Tech. Just like never getting supported by Dokkan ever is obviously, again, a huge deal. But like there's not really a lot of great leader options for Tech, right? And a lot of the OG LRs like Goku Black and Zamasu, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know, they're just not really up to par, right? Like that's another reason EZAs are so good, is for something like this, right? Like these types of challenge runs. Because like if LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku got his EZA and he had a better leader skill along with everything else he could do, that would be really good, again, for like knocking down one of these challenge runs. So quickly, I'll just go over the link levels and stuff like that, equips and stuff like that for a lot of these characters. A lot of them are heavily equipped up and like link level and stuff like that because they are new characters, right? These days, I'm pretty much prioritizing like equipment and link leveling for like new characters over anything. You know, just in the terms for like showcases and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know equips on UI Goku. Okay, he's good enough to get one. His sticker looks so good too, by the way. Oh, and yeah, he has access to the Reps of Universe 7 equips, so I definitely could give him some stuff. See, Bergamo I gotta work on. I will work on Bergamo soon, so let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.